Let's start by talking about enamel. Enamel is a tissue unique to teeth, and it covers the dentine of the crown. So here is the pulp at the center of the tooth, and then here is the dentine, and here is the enamel covering the dentine. All right? Enamel is thickest over cusps and incisal edges. Approximately the thickness is 2.5 millimeters there, and then it gradually tapers to its thinnest at the cervical margin of the crown. So as you can see here, the enamel is thickest at the cusp tip, and then as you go towards the cervical margin, it becomes thinner and thinner. All right? The same thing happens in the anterior teeth. The enamel is thickest over the incisal edges, and then it becomes thinner towards the cervical margin. So remember that it does not have the same thickness all over, it tapers. Continuing with the properties of enamel. Enamel is avascular, which means that it has no vessels, all right? What else? Enamel is acellular, which means it has no cells. And enamel is not replaced if damaged. Okay, so once it's damaged or broken, it cannot be replaced naturally by the body. If we want to replace the damaged part, we'll have to do a filling. Alright, next is that enamel is not able to repair. Enamel is also considered to be non-vital. It does not have any type of vitality in it. It's just a collection of minerals. And as we said, it is avascular and acellular. What else is a property of enamel? Is that it is dynamic. This is a very important property. Now let's see what we mean by enamel being dynamic. First of all, the enamel exchanges ions with the surrounding environment, meaning that there is a continuous process of giving and taking happening between the enamel and its surroundings. So remember, enamel doesn't just stay there and keeps its ions to itself. No, it gives and takes ions from its surroundings. Now let's see the second thing that makes enamel dynamic. Enamel composition changes over lifetime. This means that since it gives and takes ions over time, of course its composition is going to change. Let's see the third property that makes it dynamic: demineralization and remineralization. Now, as you probably know, demineralization means losing minerals, while remineralization means gaining minerals. So demineralization and remineralization are kind of the official dental names of giving and taking minerals. Now, what does this continuous swinging between demineralization and remineralization mean to us? Like, how does it affect the health of the enamel? Now, what this continuous process creates is known as a normal balance. So if the demineralization equals the remineralization, or the amount of minerals lost equals the amount of minerals gained, it will create a normal balance in which the enamel stays relatively healthy. Now, if the tooth loses too much minerals, or if there is excessive demineralization without enough or equal remineralization, what happens is a lot of problems. We can see excessive demineralization in caries or erosion. Alright, so we're always looking at keeping a normal balance between demineralization and remineralization. Now, by trying to restore and always keep the normal balance, we can prevent and manage caries and erosion. And of course, there are some products that can help us prevent and manage caries and erosion by promoting remineralization. So these are known as remineralizing products. Some of the most famous are fluoride and calcium phosphate. Alright, so remember, fluoride and calcium phosphate help us remineralize the enamel and restore that normal balance.